Hello, Mr. Fry's Algebra 1 class. I'm looking at this quiz, exponential functions and exponential rules quiz. Take a look at this table, and you're going to answer the questions. Make sure you answer all parts of the question. For A, write an equation that can be used to represent the table above. Is it a growth or a decay function? So, first of all, let's answer that last part, growth or decay function. Is this value, as you go down, 2, 8, 32, 128, are these numbers getting bigger? It's a growth. If you think they are getting smaller, it's a decay. Write an equation that can be used to represent this table above. Remember, you are going to have, y equals a b to the x, where a, and I'm writing it up here just because I didn't have a lot of room down here to write all this, is the initial value, which is also the y-intercept when x equals 0. Okay. B, this number that you're going to put in here for y equals a, b, x, this is the multiplier. So what is multiplied? How did 2 become 8? What did you multiply by? And that same number is how 8 became 32. And that same number multiplied by 32 is how you got 128. So you have to figure that out. The way you do it, take the big number, divide by the little number. B, create an accurate graph. And what you're going to do is on a graphing calculator, or if you're at home, use Desmos. And you could just copy what you see on Desmos. If you're using the graphing calculator, let me get my graphing calculator open. You are going to hit y equals, let me turn the thing on. For some reason it's not coming on. Maybe my batteries are finally going dead. What you would do is you would hit this y equals button, and then you would just plug this, these amounts in just as you see them, and then hit graph. Then you'd hit this graph button right here, and then you would get the graph that you could copy just right from your screen. The initial value, once again, is that a value. It's the y-intercept. So that's the initial value. What is the constant multiplier? That's your b. That's that b number that you got there that we talked about up here. And where is the y-intercept located? You can just look at the table and find the y-intercept. That's when x equals 0. What is y? And then where is the asymptote located? Remember, the asymptote is on your graph wherever it flattens out. It's going to be y equals whatever that value is where the y flattens out, okay? Take, for instance, if I had and this is not the graph of this one, 1, 2, 3. So if I had a graph that looked like this, my asymptote here would be y equals 3 because it flattens out where y equals 3, okay? That is not the case for this one, just giving you an example. For number 2, you're going to list all the exponent rules learned about in class. So list all the rules, like what happens, what do you do with exponents when you are, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. What do you do with the exponents, okay? That's what you're going to do for number 2. Look at your notes. If you're at home, you could even, Google that stuff. Exponent rules, and you could put them in your own words here. Simplify the following expressions using the exponent rules for the following problems. Make sure you show all work necessary. Okay, so up here, first of all, in the numerator, you are going to multiply these two together, and you're going to take the -7, multiply it by the 4. So -7 times 4, whatever that is, you're going to write that out. So you're going to have a new numerator. So up here, you're going to write that answer. And then with the 4 and the 5 being multiplied together, you're going to add that 4 and the 5. So you're going to have p, and whatever 4 plus 5 is, that's going to be your new numerator, or I'm sorry, your new exponent. And so you're done with your numerator. Down here, you just bring that, 2p3. And if you're able to do anything more, by all means, do something more. If not, you would be done. Number 4, when you take an exponent and you raise it to a power, actually I'm giving you some of the rules right now for your number 2. But anyways, when you take an exponent and you raise it to another power, you multiply these two together. Okay, and then now you're going to multiply this value times this value, and remember you have to square the 4 also. So this -3 times 4 squared, whatever that is, k to the, whatever, you have to add that 2 to whatever this ended up being when you multiplied the 6 times the 2. And then for number 5, make sure that you are, first of all, you're just dividing this. So 12 divided by 2, what is that? And then you take 24 minus 8, and 10 minus 3 to get your new d with the new exponents. Notice it should be the same exponents as these, so that then you could put this, whatever 12 minus 2 was, with your C16D7, and you could subtract 13C16D7, and you leave the exponents alone, because you're just subtracting. So you're going to take that number minus 13. So you're going to have some number up here. Okay, and by the looks of it, it should be a negative number. Okay, hopefully this was helpful to you, and good luck with this test.